Silver and Twig sat under an oak tree, looking up at the starry black sky. Twig? Twig, asked Silver, a gray and white wolf. Twig listened. Will we ever find a pack to live in? Of course we will, her reddish-brown brother answered. At least one pack needs two pups like us, right? The air around them was cold, but not too cold. Yes, I know, but what if we die before we find the pack? Silver asked. Twig laughed and then paused for a few seconds to think of what to say next. No, we can't die. What would we die from? A brown ant, or would it be some type of non-venomous spider? He joked. Silver laughed too, despite her fear. Silver pointed to the sky with her paw that had a perfect four-pointed star on it. That star is the star our mother was named after, he said, referring to the star in the sky and not the one on her paw. It is the star called Alvia. My mother said that the star, Alvia, is a special star. It never moves. If you follow it, you would be going north. Yes, Twig said. If we went far enough north, we would reach the mountains. But the mountains are way too cold for us. We wouldn't be able to go there until our fur grows thicker. We would die if we went there now. The forest was in the center of a vast ring of snowy mountains. Suddenly, Silver seemed alert as a shooting star shot across the sky. Her fur twitched, and she felt uneasy. What's wrong? Twig asked, noticing her fearful expression. Are you scared of another thing to die from? No, I think it's a prophecy, Silver answered, sounding unsure. Twig laughed. A prophecy? Where do you think we are? Some type of fantasy world where they throw prophecies everywhere for no reason? No, Silver answered. This is real. I know it is. Then what is it? Her brother asked, still not believing her. It said that rock and tree will come together, and another scar will be taken. Twig laughed. Silver, what type of vocabulary is that? And another scar will be taken. That's a vocabulary that would come from a newborn pup. Silver snarled. Twig, it's what the prophecy said. Now, just believe me. Twig said nothing else. After a moment of silence, he said, Silver, let's go hunting. He bounced up playfully from his sitting position, his tail straight up with excitement. No, said Silver. You can do it yourself, though. His tail lowered. Okay, he said sadly, flattening his ears. And with that, he ran away. Silver sighed. She raised her nose to the sky and howled. What is it? Twig said, not that far from her. Not for you, Silver answered. Twig nodded. Then he continued to run. Silver resumed her howling session. Suddenly, another wolf's howl answered back. It was a female Arctic wolf, but the wolf's voice wasn't that of another wolf. But the wolf's voice wasn't that of a wolf pup's. It was an adult. Silver paused. Should I keep howling? She thought. She nodded to herself, then started howling again. The other howl answered back, but it was slightly closer. I'm not sure if this is a safe wolf, but I have to take the chance, she thought. Suddenly, another wolf's howl joined in. It was the same age as the other one, but this time it was a male. They were in the exact same spot. But even though she felt like she needed to go toward them, she didn't. If she did, her brother would lose her, and her brother's life meant more to her than her own curiosity. The two other wolves howled in unison. The sound was closer. There were more howls, each one closer and closer to her. By the time her brother got back to her, the male stranger was there, and only the male stranger. Silver snarled as Twig hid behind her. "Now look what you have done!" he exclaimed. "You attracted enemies directly into our territory." The male wolf, which was black, snarled. Before you know it, the wolf leaped onto Twig and pinned him to the ground. The other female hadn't become visible. Suddenly, the stranger barked, and with it, a brown male wolf came. Before Silver could find the chance to save her brother, he leaped straight at her. They both struggled beneath the wolf's paws, all of them snarling. "Leaf is not here," the black wolf said to the brown one, "so we can kill these pups and get away with it. They say his territory is theirs when it's actually ours. We won't let these pups take over." Suddenly, the brown wolf snapped at Silver's neck, but failed as Silver moved her head to the side. "I demand you to let us live," Silver yelled hopelessly. Twig said nothing. All he did was fight against the wolf, snarling and fighting against its grasp. The brown wolf laughed. Silver snarled, not knowing why this wolf was laughing, as this wasn't a topic to laugh about. Suddenly, she kicked the older wolf off her with all her strength. Then she pounced onto the wolf that held down Twig, pinned him down, and bit into his shoulder. The older warrior yowled in pain. Silver didn't care about his pain, though. All she cared about was her and Twig's survival. The other brown wolf had got to his paws. Twig ran over to end the battle, and as the two pups fought the wolves, soon a voice made them stop. "Enough!" the female voice snapped. The white she-wolf walked into view. "Fang, Shadow, what have you done? You tried to kill two perfectly innocent pups." Fang, the brown one, didn't show any signs of fear. "But Leaf, they tried to steal our territory." Leaf growled at her pack member. "No, how could a pup success at that?" Suddenly, Fang and Shadow didn't answer. "Exactly. Now before you go off murdering pups and wolves without my permission, you need to go back to our den land." Suddenly, Leaf turned and started to walk in the other direction. The two others walked on either side of her, but as they were walking away, Silver had a feeling that she needed to join this pack. "Wait!" she said. All three wolves stopped and turned around. "What could you possibly want now?" Fang asked rudely. "Well," Silver began, "I want to join your pack." Twig flattened his ears. "No, we can't be in the same pack as these strangers. You see what these wolves tried to do to us." "It's okay," said Leaf. "You won't be harmed in our den land. You will be safe if you want to join." At these comforting words, Twig's ears went normal. "Come with us," she said. But aren't you an Arctic wolf?" Silver asked. Leaf nodded. "Just come." With those words, all five of them, Twig, Silver, Fang, Shadow, and Leaf, traveled toward the mountains. As they were traveling, Silver recalled the memory those words, all five of them, Twig, Silver, Fang, Shadow, and Leaf, traveled toward the mountains. They were traveling. Silver recalled the memory of Twig saying that they wouldn't survive in the Arctic. But if these wolves weren't concerned about the death of her, they must have a warm den for her and her brothers to shelter in. And if there was shelter, there would be warmth. And if there was warmth, there would be no death. But Twig was a lot more scared than Silver was. "I know they will kill us," he thought. "If they try to once, they will try to again. This is a trick." Twig said nothing about it to his sister because he thought the older wolves would hear them and kill them earlier. Silver noticed his fear. "Twig, we are safe with these wolves." Twig shook his head. "How? They tried to kill us." Silver ignored him. The older wolves also seemed to be listening and starting to notice the young pup's distrust in them. Suddenly, the smell of a lot of wolves filled the air. Twig crouched down in fear and instead of walking, crawled behind Silver, ears flattened, tail tucked, eyes filled with fear. He was definitely scared. Silver looked the exact opposite as he did. She had her ears normal, tail up in excitement, and eyes filled with curiosity. They suddenly noticed they had arrived right next to the older wolves, and they were also near the snowy mountains. For some reason, Silver didn't even feel the cold.